Hello, and welcome to the first annual Sophia Garcia Robles Memorial IndigeFest, a celebration of Indigenous cultures from across Turtle Island. My name is Mwoakillese Huron, and I am a graduate student intern at UC Santa Cruz at the American Indian Resource Center. I am a citizen of the Comanche Nation, and I am happy to announce our first ever virtual rendition of the event formerly known as Drum Feast. Drum Feast was first hosted by the AIRC on May 24, 2012, as a celebration of the culture, songs, dances, and arts of Indigenous peoples. In the past years, dance groups from throughout the Americas have participated, along with food and merchandise vendors, community groups, and student organizations. From 2021 onward, Drum Feast will officially be known as IndigeFest. My fellow intern Aurelie will now read the American Indian Resource Center mission statement.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aurelie Hernandez, and I am Maya Mom from Guatemala and Otomi from Mexico. The AIRC is dedicated to supporting the needs of American Indian students and increasing Native visibility on campus by hosting student-centered programs, cultural events, and providing tools for academic success and personal well-being. The center is a vital link between American Indian students, the university, and tribal communities that fosters growth through mentoring, leadership opportunities, and scholarly development. And now, Mariah will share with you all the Amamutsin land acknowledgement.
The land on which the University of California, Santa Cruz is located is the unceded territory of the Awaswas-speaking Yupi tribe. The Amamutsin tribal band, comprised of the descendants of Indigenous peoples taken to missions Santa Cruz and San Juan Bautista during Spanish colonization of the Central Coast, is today working hard to restore tribal stewardship practices on these lands and to heal from historical trauma.
We have an exciting lineup of Indigenous artists, dancers, rappers, storytellers, student organizations, and much more. With this event, we are proud to highlight Indigenous talent and the strength of our communities as we navigate through these difficult times. The AIRC now presents IndigeFest 2021. Please sit back and enjoy.
Maya, no kawai hai, no kiki kukairi, that bear ilo. Elua vale iho, o imau. Anaka uana lepe hula lepe ama aina iama anaka uana lepe hula
Paveshe, moket na hesheve, natista. Hamatakiapi, richakpi lutawi, imachiapi kishto. Shahila oyanke imataha. My colonized name is Cinnamon Sphere Kills First. I consider myself a word warrior from the Northern Cheyenne Reservation, and I'm proud to be from Lame Deer, Montana. I'm coming to you live from Chinook territory, or what you might know as Portland, Oregon. I received both my bachelor's and master's degrees from Dartmouth College. I also went on to earn a Master's of Fine Arts in Fiction from the world-renowned Iowa Writers Workshop. Soon after my graduation, I had the opportunity to write 2 children's books for Scholastic. They were included in the reading intervention program called RISE. The first title that I'm going to share with you today is called Go Dance. This is a fiction story about a young boy named Spencer who approaches the powwow circle to grass dance for the very first time. The second book I wrote is called Maria Tall Chief, Woman of Two Worlds. It's a biography about America's first prima ballerina who is actually from the Osage Nation. I don't have the time today to share the entirety of both books with you, but I would love to read just a few pages to give you a taste and also to highlight my favorite moments of each story. And now I will read. Every summer, many people travel to a small town in Montana called Lame Deer for the chief's powwow. At the powwow, the Northern Cheyenne tribe celebrates with singing and dancing. Everyone gathers for fun, food, and gifts. Spencer had wanted to dance at the powwow since he was a little boy, but he didn't have an outfit until now. "Look," his mom said, "I finished your beadwork just in time." For those of you from the powwow circle, you know how it is, wrapping duct tape up until the last minute right before your dance. I thought it was super important to include that very realistic moment of the beadwork's done just in time. In this story, there's a moment where Spencer approaches the dance arena, in which he sees all the lights, he hears the drums, and he notices the many sets of eyes that are on him, which of course causes him to be nervous and scared. There's a portion of the book where the dad empowers him and encourages him to first take a deep breath, to put a hand on your chest, to regulate your breathing and connect with self. And in that moment, he shares, "Feel that. The drum inside connects us to each other, our people and our ancestors." "You belong in that circle," his father told him. "There's a place for you. Our ancestors are out there waiting for you now. Be brave, son. Go dance." It was very important for me to include a visual representation of our ancestors. And for me, in that moment when Spencer becomes afraid and he's encouraged to be brave, I've had those moments, as I'm sure many of you had. And in that time for me, what I try to do is envision the wealth of ancestors that accompany me along this journey. I know they walk in front of me, I know they walk behind me and beside me, as they do each and every one of us. And anytime you need to draw on that strength, I encourage you to take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart, feel that drum beat, and know that we are all connected and we are not alone. Our ancestors are always here, guiding us and supporting us along the way. From my second book, Maria Tall Chief, Woman of Two Worlds, I'd like to read the introductory page and then a later page. Maria Tall Chief was born on the Osage Indian Reservation in 1925. Maria always loved music. So did her younger sister, Marjorie. Marjorie was Maria's best friend. The two sisters had fun running outside, playing with horses, and searching for arrowheads on their land in Oklahoma. Maria worked hard. Her dream was to join a dance company, and after high school, Maria moved to New York City to look for work as a dancer. Soon, her hard work paid off when she was asked to join a very famous ballet company. Maria traveled around the world doing what she loved most, dancing. Some dancers were mean to Maria because she was Native American. Other dancers said she needed to change her name to sound more Russian. Maria did not listen to those dancers. She said, "Tall Chief is my name and I am proud of it." Like many strong Native women, Maria fought for what she believed in and never gave up. She kept working to become the best ballerina she could. I hope you enjoyed the sneak previews of both of those books. Like I said, we have the internal strength and power to carry on the greatness of our ancestors. And like Maria, you may find yourself in life faced with confrontation or discrimination or straight up racism. And I want you to know that we all have the ability to stand tall and stand proud. Never compromise who you are in a world that often doesn't accept us. It's our responsibility and duty to make the path wider and better for those who follow. And as a word warrior, I will continue to write children's books for all the babies because they deserve it. Thank you for your time today and enjoy the rest of IndigeFest.
What up, IndigeFest 2021? My name is Tufawon. I'm Mdewakantuan Dakota and Boricua, and I'm a hip-hop artist, producer, and singer-songwriter from Minneapolis. And I'm here to perform a couple of songs. I make all of my own original music, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and perform a couple of songs for y'all. Here goes. Early morning, let the sunny rise, crusty eyes. Early morning, let the sunny rise, crusty eyes. Early morning, let the sunny rise, crusty eyes. Hope you can feel my vibe. Yo, early morning, let the sunny rise, crusty eyes. Early morning, let the sunny rise, crusty eyes. Early morning, let the sunny rise, crusty eyes. Feel my vibe, yo. When I see the tallest trees, I believe I'm looking at my living ancestors allowing me to breathe. Although they can't see, its senses are probably far beyond you and me. The plants have a spirit energy we will feed feed on the seeds, and if they're not quite edible, we will turn them into beads and wear jewelry. That gives us protection. You could wear my necklace. I think I got it at a powwow in Texas. I can't remember. No way, it was Denver at the Coliseum. Peace to the Navajo tribe, my native brothers and sisters. I came from Minnesota, a Minneapolis, Dakota, and Spirit Lake is the reservation, and I'm enrolled in a family of survivors. I can't believe I'm here and I'm still alive and well, baby, I'm thriving. Had to cut the fried bread, I wanna make some wild rice together later on, and we wild for the night. First, can you teach me how to garden? Can you teach me how our ancestors harvest? Can you show me how to put life back in the yard, in the soil of the earth that we walk? Is it really hard? Please, can you teach me how to garden? Can you teach me how our ancestors harvest? Can you show me how to put life back in the yard, in the soil of the earth that we walk? Is it really hard? I'm like a hippie with a fade, get lifted in different ways on my path of enlightenment. Would you like it hit or hit me on a different day? Unless you're trying to ride this wave, unless you want to make this feel like your favorite holiday. I want to take my shoes off and prance around, laughing in the yard while we dancing to some magic sounds, wagging out, picking raspberries and mulberries and strawberries. Grandma used to send us to the woods to pick choke cherries. It wasn't so scary, really, those were happy days. She sent us down the hill where there was a massive patch of sage. I'm a sage patch kid, you dig? Eating hot dish and it was delish. I almost burned my lip. She had an apple orchard, it was just too early to pick. We had to wait for fall, but by then we'd be gone. So we sang songs, played with dogs in the lawn or the pasture. Gravel roads kicking up dust with cattails, tall grass in the back. You heard the laughter, that sweet laughter. Now can you teach me how to garden? Can you teach me how our ancestors harvest? Can you show me how to put life back in the yard, in the soil of the earth that we walk? Is it really hard? Please, can you teach me how to garden? Can you teach me how our ancestors harvest? Can you show me how to put life back in the yard, in the soil of the earth that we walk? Is it really hard? Can you teach me the importance of growing my own food? Can you teach me how to put love into everything I do? Teach me what it means to forgive and give gifts without expecting anything in return. I'm just ready to learn. I want to burn that same sage I picked when I was just a kid so it could give me guidance. I want to tap into what my great-grandparents provided on the island of Oriken. Live off the land and go completely off the grid with a tiny house, a plot of land, starfruit trees, plantains, bananas, avocados, and all that. And we can make juice and cherry blossom green tea. And while I'm playing chords, you can sing to me deep into the night as the Koki sing back to us peacefully. Those little beautiful island frogs. And while the street dogs fall asleep, we all start nodding off. We pass out in the hammock and I have that same dream of you teaching me how to garden. You're teaching me how our ancestors harvest. You're showing me how to put life back in the yard, in the soil of the earth that we walk, and it's not hard. You're teaching me how to garden. You're teaching me how our ancestors harvest. You're showing me how to put life back in the yard, in the soil of the earth that we walk, and it's not hard. Yeah, because it's not hard. Yeah, because it's not hard. Yeah, yeah, because it's not hard. Yeah. Yeah, because it's really not hard. And that song is called The Sage Patch Kid. And you can find that at tufawon.bandcamp.com. It's exclusively on my Bandcamp page. And yeah, it's a really meaningful song to me because it brings back memories of going to South Dakota and visiting my grandma and my grandpa and just hanging out, having a good time in the summertime, going picking choke cherries, going picking sage, eating some good food, and having a good time. This last song that I'm gonna do is called Cinnamon. I fully produced this song and it's available on all streaming platforms. Check me out on tufawon.com. Check it out, y'all. Ooh, what smell like cinnamon? Do you feel that medicine? Do you feel that sentiment right when you step in my room? What looks so colorful, might feel like an edible, might turn up the audio. Yo, open up the window when I feel that breeze and I feel that ease. MINNEAPOLIS, that is where I be, double S-U-C. Minnehaha Ave, Lake Street, where you find my ass when a car drive past High Lake and I don't drive fast cause a popo just might spaz. FTP till eternity, put it on a t-shirt the color burgundy, sell it at a concert, make hella merch, a little hustle on the side, you deserve to see the whole world. You deserve to see the whole world. You deserve to see the whole world. You deserve to see the whole world and beyond. Like, ooh, what smell like cinnamon? Do you feel that sentiment? Do you feel that medicine right when you step in my room? What looks so colorful might feel like an edible, might turn up the audio. Yo, my senses are heightened, I'm feeling enlightened. I'm cruising a whip or I'm cruising my bike. Am I losing my wits? Am I losing my mind? Are my shoes in my fit? As cool as the sky is, I wanna get lost and just wander off to a different type of spot and run across a whole damn continent. Life suck like lozenges sometimes. I'm really not an optimist at times. I'm really trying hard to live my life. Somebody give me light and hit me twice. I need a new buzz or a different vice and just give me light. Give me that plug, and I'm not talking about no drugs. I said, give me that love, cause I know it lifts me up and picks me up. Give me that plug, and I'm not talking about no drugs. I said, give me that love, cause I know it lifts me up and picks me up. Ooh, what smell like cinnamon? Do you feel that medicine? Do you feel that sentiment right when you step in my room? What looks so colorful might feel like an edible, might turn up the audio just a few decibels. Ooh, what smell like cinnamon? Do you feel that medicine? Do you feel that sentiment right when you step in my room? What looks so colorful might feel like an edible, might turn up the audio. Yo, is it cold out there? Wanna go outside? I wanna vocalize all the vibes that I hold inside. Please give me the strength and the courage to be vulnerable like whatever we think. Ooh, can't tell me a thing to write me some things I can think to, write me a song I can sing to. I want you to show me all of your ways, teach me to season the things that you bake, consistency that your recipes make. Smell like cinnamon. Yo, my name is Tufawon. That song is called Cinnamon. Check me out at tufawon.com. IndigeFest 2021. Thank y'all so much for having me, y'all. Peace, peace.
Which side are you on? 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 Oh, people, can you stand it or tell me how you do? We'll either continue as racist or move towards something new. Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
I stand before you now, and I ask you, am I quiet? Yeah. Am I passive? And I'll be damned if I'm going to be submissive.
And we stepped in. So, you know, that was, but it's in this context of larger struggle and you know, and I think that my recollection that, you know, is that we came together, you know, from different forms of activism on the campus. And, you know, there was a strong sense of, you know, and there was a really strong sense of international solidarity working with the struggles in Central America, and of course, you know, there was the uprising and the revolutionary struggle in South Africa and so on. So we felt this connection, and of course, City on Hill didn't cover any of that, and then also a lot of cultural work going on. So I think that we just created this space, right, that was to create this alternative journalism for the campus, and that's my recollection.
Do you want to have a voice in the UCSC community?
Would you like to work with other students of color?
Do you want to have a once-in-a-lifetime experience?
Join TWANAS!
Email us for more info.
TWANASpress@gmail.com and our Instagram, TWANAS_press.
TWANAS is currently calling Black artists and creatives. Do you want to see your art on a pin, t-shirt, tote bag, etc.? TWANAS Press wants to create merch centered around Black art. Please check out our Instagram for more information. TWANAS is also currently accepting submissions. Submissions for our annual publication will be open until April 2nd. Please submit your work to our Google form located in our page.
Oaxaca tiene mucha riqueza cultural. Somos uno de los estados de la República Mexicana con una riqueza cultural inmensa. Tenemos oficialmente reconocidas 16 lenguas indígenas. Yo soy zapoteca. También tenemos nuestra gastronomía, tenemos nuestro arte, tenemos mucha cultura, una riqueza cultural inmensa.
La quetza es una palabra zapoteca que significa el dar y sin recibir nada a cambio. En el estado de Oaxaca, básicamente los oaxaqueños, así es como nos conducimos. Nosotros apoyamos en momentos buenos, momentos malos.
Nada de pollo, dame y una tlayuda con un chile asado.
Entonces, ¿por qué Guelaguetza en Santa Cruz? Para que la comunidad no invisible o no visible se vea visible, se haga visible y sea orgullosa de su etnia y de sus raíces. Entonces, en los Estados Unidos o aquí en Santa Cruz, los jóvenes, los adultos, les da vergüenza, ¿no? Les da vergüenza decir soy oaxaqueño. Y es una comunidad no representada, invisible, y con eso nuestros jóvenes o nuestra comunidad pierde su identidad. Un individuo al perder una identidad pierde la cultura, se avergüenza de sus raíces y las próximas generaciones, con las próximas generaciones desaparecen las tradiciones. Entonces para nosotros era súper importante traer eso. Jenny llegaba a casa y nos decía, se están burlando de los oaxaqueños en la preparatoria donde asisto, por el color de la piel, por cómo hablan el español, no lo están hablando bien. Entonces eso pues nos dolía como oaxaqueños, pero también nos animó, nos impulsó a decir, bueno, Oaxaca tiene que hacerse presente, hay que enseñarle a la gente la riqueza cultural que traemos oaxaqueños. Los colores son los más bellos y nuestro color de piel es lo más bello que puede existir. Y sobre todo, pues, que nuestros niños en las escuelas tengan esa identidad, ese orgullo de decir, soy de Oaxaca, soy oaxaqueño, ¿verdad? Y esto es lo que traigo, esta es la guelaguetza, este soy yo. Es importantísimo tener esa representación aquí, porque, como dijo la doctora Robles, subrayar que nuestros jóvenes, niños, jóvenes y adultos se sientan orgullosos de sus raíces.
Oaxaca tiene mucho que ofrecer, es un estado riquísimo en varios sentidos y pues Oaxaca lo tiene todo, como el comercial. Oaxaca lo tiene todo. Es hermoso, es divino y como oaxaqueños pues ese es nuestro regalo y también pues lo pasamos de generaciones en generaciones. Un regalo que nosotros los oaxaqueños tenemos para la gente, la comunidad de Santa Cruz y el mundo.
Quisiera morir.
Yo sé, pero por lo menos
Okay.
Encomendadas a San Miguel, el Señor de los milagros, alegres venimos los aztecas a bailar en este estado. Venimos a zapatear desde esta tierra sureña, donde es puerta de entrada a la costa oaxaqueña. De allá venimos, donde comienza la alegría de vivir, al bailar chilenas y sones, una del mezclón de Obalá que alegra los corazones.
Pajarillo lagunero que cantas en el ciprés, me gustó tu alegre canto, vuelve a cantar otra vez. Pajarillo lagunero que cantas en el ciprés, me gustó tu alegre canto, vuelve a cantar otra vez. Que sí, que no, que tu marido no te quiere como yo. Que sí, que no, que tu marido no te quiere como yo. ¡Arriba Oaxaca! Como solteco que soy, aquí te estoy dedicando esta bonita chilena, para ti la estoy bailando. Como solteco que soy, aquí te estoy dedicando esta bonita chilena, para ti la estoy bailando. Sola de Vega, te vuelve el corazón, te dedico mi chilena y música de mi región. Sola de Vega, te dedico mi corazón, te dedico mi chilena y música de mi región. Y zapateale, parejito paisano. Y así se baila en Sola de Vega, Oaxaca. Sopilote, ¿qué haces ahí? Sentadito en el tunillo. Sopilote, ¿qué haces ahí? Sentadito en el tunillo, esperando a mi sopilota pa' comernos el novillo. Esperando a mi sopilota pa' comernos el novillo. Sopilote que vuela, que vuela, que vuela puro pa' arriba. Sopilote que vuela, que vuela, que vuela puro pa' arriba. El que quiere carne come y el que no traga saliva. El que quiere carne come y el que no traga saliva. Y arriba San Miguel, Sola de Vega. Y arriba Oaxaca, señores. Un saludo a todos los amigos de Oaxaca. En el patio de mi casa tengo plantado un pitayo. En el patio de mi casa tengo plantado un pitayo, donde cantan las chicharras en el mes de abril y mayo. Donde cantan las chicharras en el mes de abril y mayo. Y la chicharra para cantar se pega al palo y se empieza a mear con el pico abierto sin desollar la pipirri sin desollar la pipirri, la pipirri, la pipirri, la pipirri, la pipirri.
He's Jay. Kimberly Robertson, Chaho Chifkados. Umadawados Big Springs, Moman, Umadawados Coweta. Hello, my name is Kimberly Robertson, and I'm a citizen of the Muskogee Creek Nation. My tribal towns are Big Springs and Coweta. My people originally come from the southeast of the United States, so roughly Georgia, Alabama, Florida, from those areas. But in the 1800s, we were forcibly removed to Oklahoma with a variety of other Native peoples. We were on one of the many trails of tears that occurred at that time. And now my nation's reservation and our jurisdiction is in the state of Oklahoma. My family, however, was relocated to California during the relocation era in the 1950s and 60s. My grandfather came out to work in the Central Valley. He worked in the potato farms and the orange groves. And we have, family sort of up and down the Central Valley. So Oxnard, Bakersfield, Fresno. So I was born and raised in Bakersfield, California. I currently live and work in Los Angeles on unceded Tongva land, though. I'm an active member of the Los Angeles Indian community. I'm a single mother. I'm also an associate professor of women's gender and sexuality studies at Cal State University, Los Angeles. I earned my MA in American Indian Studies and my PhD in Women's Studies from UCLA in 2012. As a first-generation college student, a single mother, and a mixed-blood Muskogee woman, however, my journey through the academy was never simple or comfortable. It was plagued with challenges and obstacles, and there were many, many moments when I felt like I needed to drop out. I finally found the courage and the perseverance to finish my degrees, however, when I began to investigate and address violence against Native women. I identify as a survivor of violence, and this is an issue that I have intimate knowledge of. I employ screen printing, collage work, beadwork, installation art, and zine making to make visible Native feminisms and Native resistance to sexual and gendered violence. My creative work centers the ideas and practices of ceremony, storytelling, dislocation, decolonization, and Indigenous futurities. Finally, my artwork aims to promote healing, my own and others, to offer new possibilities, to highlight resiliency, and to feel good, to be a practice of healing and ceremony that is joyous. My beadwork is a prime example of this. Beadwork can be a tool of activism, an expression of joy and survivance, a tool of healing and remembrance, and finally, beadwork can connect our future generations to the ancestral knowledges and practices that make us whole. As urban Indians, as Muskogee people dislocated from our traditional lands and territories, it can be difficult at times to be confident about our identities. Beadwork is one of the strategies I use to ground my children in the practices and knowledges of our peoples. Depending on the piece you're creating, it can take up to 1,000 beads to feel complete. Every bead is an opportunity to remember. Every bead is an opportunity to connect. Every bead is an opportunity to pray and to heal.
Hello, everybody. We are the Student Alliance of Native American and Indigenous Peoples, or SANAI. We are a student organization on campus dedicated to creating community for Native students on campus, discussing social justice issues, and providing a space for us to celebrate and learn about our culture. So I will be introducing our leadership team for this year. We currently have 4 signers. So I am one of the signers. My name is Amanda Collins. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I am a 4th year at UCSC. I am studying psychology and theater arts, and I am a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation. I am currently the SANAI chair, and my duties include hosting our meetings, delegating our tasks amongst the organization members, and mediating disputes. I also serve on some campus committees outside of the organization.
Thank you, Amanda. So my name is Julia. I am SANAI's treasurer. I use she, they pronouns, and I am Dene or Navajo and Blackfeet. And I am a 2nd year feminist studies major. So as our treasurer, I'm in charge of all of our general financial oversight, fundraising, and I serve as a liaison between our club and other funding committees on campus.
Hi, my name is Kamiko Hostler. I am the secretary of SANAI. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a member of the Hoopa Valley tribe. I'm a 2nd year politics major, and as the secretary of SANAI, I record meeting notes and facilitate meetings, and I'm also responsible for social media.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Zamarialai. I use she, her pronouns. I am a member of the Lovelock Paiute tribe, and I am also affiliated with the Shoshone and Pomo tribes. I am a 3rd year studying sociology, critical race and ethnic studies, and legal studies, and I serve as the vice chair of SANAI, and I basically help Amanda with all of her responsibilities, as well as overseeing that all of the signers are completing their tasks.
Thank you, Sarah. So we've all stated our responsibilities, but what we do here at SANAI is that we generally share our responsibilities with each other. So no one chair is ranking above another. We distribute our tasks equally, and we share equal responsibility for all of our tasks.
I'll be presenting our logo. This is our logo. The turtle in the center is a sacred animal that represents Mother Earth to many different indigenous cultures. North America is originally known as Turtle Island, another reason for the turtle in our logo. The 4 different sections of color making up the circle in our logo symbolizes the 4 elements, the 4 directions, as well as other universal patterns that come in 4s. This is called the medicine wheel. It is used by many Native tribes in different variations.
Thank you, Kamiko. Now I'll be talking about SANAI's purpose and our objectives. So the Student Alliance of Native American and Indigenous Peoples, or SANAI, is a student-run organization at UC Santa Cruz that provides academic and moral support for Native American students on campus and works to increase the awareness of both the university and greater Santa Cruz community about issues affecting Indigenous peoples. Our objectives are as follows: to promote Native student wellness, to provide an inclusive, brave space for Indigenous students and allies to promote the visibility and empowerment of Indigenous communities, and lastly, to remind the university that their institution is built on the land of Indigenous peoples.
Some of our upcoming events for the spring quarter, spring 2021, we plan to have beading nights, movie nights, study nights, and we are also working in collaboration with Rainbow Theater, which is an organization on campus, to bring into production an Indigenous play. So keep an eye out for that. If you would like to join SANAI, we highly encourage you to fill out our member registration form and submit it. You can go to bit.ly/SANAI registration 20/-21. And once you fill out that form, you'll officially be a member of our organization.
And once you're a member of our organization, I'm sure you'd like to keep up with us on social media. So you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and add us on Facebook at SANAI UCSC. You can also join our Discord channel where we post announcements, just have discussions. It's just a general meeting place for us when we're not meeting on Zoom or just between our meetings. So that's at SANAI-UCSC. And then our email address is sanai@ucsc@gmail.com.
Thanks, Sarah. So if you're interested in getting involved with our meetings, we will send the meeting link to you once you have registered. We meet Wednesday, April 28th, 2021 from 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. You can meet other Native and Indigenous students at UCSC and help us prepare for our spring events. We really look forward to seeing you there. Take care, have a great day. Remember, it's a good day to be Indigenous.
Shamo Sakish, Nishishtu, Rishatuhi. I'm Gregg Castro. I'm Totral Slinen, Rumson, and Ramatush-Shaloni. And we often begin our stories with the saying, Lo le lo. It was a long time ago. Our stories come from the beginning, when the world was new, and so were we. We were brand new to it. And the stories teach us our responsibilities, our obligations and commitment to taking care of the land and all the living things on it, and how we should conduct ourselves while we do that. This story is one of my favorites and a favorite character of a lot of California Native people, Coyote, Elka in my language. So one day, Elka was walking along, and in my homeland, it can be very hot and dry, and he was feeling thirsty. So Elka said, I think I'll go have a cool, nice long drink and a nap under the tree right next to the pool. And so he walked off, and he went over the hill and down the gully, and off in the distance, he saw his favorite drinking pool. And it was a very hot day, and he was sweating, so he could hardly wait to get there. And he approached. And as he approached, he started to know something different about the place. He wasn't sure what was going on. He thought perhaps it was what we would call a mirage. Things were shimmering, things were shifting, things were changing. And as he approached, it seemed as though the water was disappearing. He didn't understand, because the water was always there. But all he could think about was his thirst. And so he approached, just salivating over the thought of having that cool water. But as he got closer, it seemed like it was getting smaller. He didn't understand this. But he kept on getting closer and closer, and it kept getting smaller and smaller. And finally, when he was under the tree next to where the pool should have been, the water was gone. Oh, what is this? I do not understand. But being a practical creature and very selfish too, he's thinking, well, I need to drink. I'll worry about this later. But I know there is another place where there's water. Very nice, cool water. It's a little ways, but I know I can get there. And so he proceeded to walk up the hill and across the ridge and over another hill and down another ridge and down another gully. And there he saw a cool water pool with a stream running through it. Nice, fresh, cool water. Oh, he could hardly wait to get there because now he was very thirsty. And so he approached, and yet again, he thought something was happening. It was shimmering and changing and shifting. And as he got really close, it seemed like it was shrinking. And when he finally got to the location of the pool, that water also was gone. It's like, I don't understand. He shook his head in dismay, but it's getting very hot and I'm getting very thirsty. I must continue. So I know where there's a place where there's always water. So he climbed back up the gully, went to the ridgetop, crossed over, down another valley, up another ridge. He kept on going. By now it was getting closer to midday. It was very hot in the homeland, but he knew he must continue. He was starting to get worried because he was very, very thirsty. And finally, he reached the gully where the water was, and he went down and followed the creek. And he could hear the water trickling in the distance. And not only did he want to reach that pool to drink water, but to bathe in it, to cool down his hot and tired body. And so he continued on, and in the distance he saw it, shimmering, cool, clean, clear water in a pool under another oak tree, and he approached it cautiously but quickly. And again, things seemed to shift and shiver and shimmy in the distance. And it seemed like it was also shrinking, and he started to run. But when he got closer, he saw it was smaller and smaller, and finally when he arrived, the water was all gone. By this time, Elka was in desperate straits. It was a very hot day. He was tired, and he was not even salivating anymore. So he knew he was in trouble. And he didn't have time to explore and discover why the water was going away. He just knew he had to do something. And so he thought and he thought under that oak tree. And finally he determined there is one place where the water always is and always will be. And I know now I must go there. And so he followed the creek down to the bottom. He struggled over the rocks and the crevices and through the brush and followed the creek all the way down into where there was no water anywhere now along the creek. And he followed that creek until it got to the river. And the river was dry. And so he followed the river all the way out. And he walked a long, long way in the heat. And finally, he reached a place where he could hear a sound. In the distance, a roaring sound. And as he approached, it got louder and louder, a rushing, crashing sound. And finally, he opened up into the river mouth, and he approached it, and he saw all the water he would ever need. And so with the strength he had left in him, he ran and dived into the waves. And he knew that he shouldn't be drinking the water from the ocean, but at this point he felt he had no choice. And besides, the salty water quenched his thirst. And so he drank, and he drank, and he drank, and his belly was full, and he kept on drinking. He could not stop. And finally, his thirst was slacked. And he waddled out of the water, crashing waves all around him, and went up onto the beach and collapsed, his belly bulging full. After a while, he woke up and he realized, I need to eat now. He was famished. And so he waddled off to a nearby pasture and lay down in the brush and waited. And pretty soon, a ground squirrel poked his head up out of a hole and looked around to see if coyotes around. Didn't see him. So he told his community, okay, we can come out now. And they came out to gather. And they soon were scattered across the field and approached Coyote, who they still could not see. And when one got really close, Coyote was ready to pounce. But right as he was ready to pounce, all of a sudden, there was a sound. And the ground squirrel sat up and realized it was Coyote. And they all ran back into their hole. Coyote's stomach was rumbling from the seawater and had revealed his presence. But Coyote had to eat. He didn't have time to worry about that. And so he went to the next pasture and waited. Pretty soon a ground squirrel stuck his head up, looked around, no Coyote. So they all came out and began together. And again, one approached without seeing Coyote, who was lying very still. But right when Coyote was ready to pounce, and Coyote's stomach rumbled again, and all the ground squirrels heard him and ran back into the hole. Well, by now, Coyote was very sick. He was in fact dying, and he knew this. And so, with the last bit of strength, he drew his arrow, put it in his bow, and shot it up into the air. And then with the very last arrow he had, he slit his stomach open to try to get the water out. And that was a fatal mistake. And so with his last gasp, he laid down and he closed his eyes. Well, now Coyote was a well-known trickster and troublemaker in the community, but he was one of the community. And so Eagle had not heard from him in a while and wanted to find out what he was about. So sent Falcon to go look for him. And Falcon went to go look out and saw the arrow into the air. And so he went back to report to Eagle, and Eagle came and found Coyote on the ground and carried him up to our holy mountain. And all the community gathered together in ceremony and did a dance all night. And in the morning, they found, after they had slept, they found Coyote sitting up in their midst, sheepishly looking at them, but grateful to be alive and to his community. And that is the lesson here. Even if you are not behaving and acting appropriate in your community, there's still a place for you. And the community that you're a part of will take care of you. And that is all I have to say. Yahap.
I just wrote the song 2 days ago, and I actually just performed it live for the first time on Thursday night at my English class, which was awesome. So this is my first time performing it on stage at a festival or anything, so I'm excited about that. And it's called Indian Eyes, so enjoy. Yeah, break it down, y'all. Yeah. Indigenous boy, come to tell you a story about my life and perspective and all that glory. See, I grew up, going to the church, but my church was nature, and I think that definitely works. When I was young, I grew up going to the laws, and the laws were sacred. It was more than just my cave, y'all. See, I know what it's like to be invisible. My life's lesson is always to attack that dough. Over my life, I have learned that what I need to see is to go to the land, and then I'll be able to breathe. I always like to go to the land, and when I do, everything is better, yeah, and easier to understand. Talk to the moose, talk to the deer, talk to the chimpanzee, feel their spirits and how they look at me. Now all I'm trying to do is to just indigenize. In order to do that though, you have to have the eyes to revolutionize, indigenize, instead, yeah, with Indian eyes to revolutionize, indigenize, instead, yeah, with Indian eyes. Now there have been many controversies regarding indigenous personality. Now some people say we don't exist. Gregg Castro said it's rude of us to still exist. Some people say it's nonsense to fall in the United States. They say there's not that much at all. Some idiots say there weren't that many natives here in first contact. Those people are really weird. Now some people, the majority in fact, seem to claim that they don't give a rat's ass about the facts and info. They don't know what they're in for after we start reading articles like Just Mystics Anthro. The bottom line is that it should be considered a crime not to study native ways somewhere along the line, because once you do, then you will see that we're more than just cavemen bumping into redwood trees, yeah. Yeah, we're more than just cavemen bumping into redwood trees, yeah. Yeah, we're more than just cavemen bumping into redwood trees. To revolutionize, indigenize, instead, yeah, with Indian eyes. To revolutionize, indigenize, instead, yeah, with Indian eyes. Now we don't have to revolutionize, we just have to indigenize, yeah. Yeah, we don't have to revolutionize, we just have to indigenize. To revolutionize, indigenize, instead, yeah, with Indian eyes. To revolutionize, indigenize, instead, yeah, with Indian eyes. You, ha, ha, Hopertail now, ha, ha, see you, ha, ha, Hopertail to revolutionize, indigenize, instead, with Indian eyes, to revolutionize, indigenize, instead, yeah, with Indian eyes, we don't have to revolutionize, we just have to indigenize, yeah, we don't have to revolutionize, we just have to indigenize, to revolutionize, indigenize instead, with Indian eyes. Thank you guys. Thanks to Ms. Walker everybody for having me, and have a great evening, or great afternoon and weekend. Thank you guys.
Shoudaje balaja weage machlahuk biashichirik nababa itchik. What's up, my good people? My name is Christian Parrish, Takes the Gun, aka Supaman. Come from the Apsalaga Nation in Montana, or the Crow Nation is the mistranslation of our people. My Apsalaga name is Weage Machla, which means good fortune on Mother Earth. My clan is the Yashichira, which is the Big Lodge clan. So I am a flute player, you know. I am a fancy dancer. I am a hip-hop artist, believe it or not. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I got 3 beautiful kids and 2 ugly ones. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Practicing comedian, man. You know, I'll be here all week. But I'm going to go ahead and offer this flute song. As I'm playing this flute song, I want all you people out there to think about what you are thankful for, all right? Think about what you're thankful for as I play this flute here. Just feel that good vibe, that good frequency. All right, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Yeah. Oh, almost put you guys to sleep, huh? Wake up, man. It's time to get up. Hey, so what were you thinking about, man? Me, myself, I was thinking about just being alive, being able to enjoy this human experience, for the short time that we have together. And also being thankful that you are, connecting with me right now. We get to share this Mother Earth, at this time in history, together. So, that makes us family, that makes us that we're all connected in that way. I'm also thankful, for my beautiful wife, my beautiful kids, and family. Family is probably one of the most amazing things in my life. Most important, just to be blessed, just have food in the fridge, have a home, things like that. I'm pretty sure all of you out there got pretty much the same things to be thankful for, and that's what it's all about. So, I was saying, we always start off, in a good way, through different customs and things like that. I also, I wasn't able to, get in my outfit and dance right here, with the the beautiful background or whatever. But I wanted to share this video with you of me dancing. So as I said, I'm a men's fancy dancer, and so I'm going to share this video, since I can't dance, I'm going to share this video with you good people. The values that come along with powwow culture I was taught by my grandpa. His name was Frank Takes the Gun. He said, if you want to come out to the circle and dance, he said, that's good. He said, we don't come out here just to look all cool, try to win some money, because there's a lot of competition nowadays in powwow culture. He said, that is not why we dance. He said, we come out to the circle to dance for the people who are watching, the spectators. Some of them out there, they can't dance. They might be, in wheelchairs or unable to come out to the circle physically. Some of them may be, sick in their bodies, and they need a healing. He said, you dance for them. Some of them may have lost a loved one, and their hearts are heavy. He said, you dance for them. He said, make sure your heart is in a good place when you dance, because the people watch you and they can see your heart through your dance. And if it is in a good place, then their spirit is uplifted and healing takes place amongst the people. So those are the values that I was taught about powwow culture, about dancing. And so I'm going to share this video with you. It's not really powwow, it's a contemporary style of music, but I made this song. And I didn't make this song, I made this video, and I'm dancing in White Sands in New Mexico. And one of my friends, she created this song called Skyworld, and it's really really great song, blessing a lot of people. This video that you're about to watch has 20 million views on Facebook, man. 20 million views, that's a whole lot. So very powerful. So check this out, it's called Skyworld.
Kanigula te watu dano yetie yalak ne lona to hitsu te yeti no wala ne akwe skana akahak ne kalu yage lono. Let's put our minds together as one and remember the ones who passed on to the sky world. Their life duties are complete, they are living peacefully in the sky world, in the sky world. Ayo wea, wehana yo wea, hey yo, hayo hayo wea, anayo wea, hey, hayo hayo wea, anayo hayo wea, yo wea, anayo wea, hey.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful work of art, right there, man. It wasn't very fast, but I was pretty smooth. Hey, yeah. But that is fancy dancing. That's contemporary, though. That's not a fancy dance song or whatever. There's something very contemporary. So I want to go ahead. Natives, I was telling you, man, we're always innovative. We're always being creative and things like that. And so, as I said, I am a hip hop artist, and I'm going to share some hip hop music with you wonderful people, man. I don't know what it's going to sound like. We're just going to kind of make it up as we go. Check it out. Sound good to me. Oh, yeah. Sound good to me. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, check it out, yeah. Hey, say what, yeah, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. I murder a rhyme with word at a time. You never heard of a mind just deserving to shine. I'm still searching to find the passion and thirst, so I'm blasting this verse till I'm in the back of a hearse. They massacre Earth. Hates major, they rape nature, chasing paper. So I rap tight, snatch mics like a space invader. The Cape Crusader, that's real hip hop, son. You know you taste the flavor, but it ain't about that. Forget you, who spits the dopest, who gets noticed. Trying to get these kids to focus and let them know it's not hopeless. And if you don't like my flow, bro, ayo, I'll give you roses. You can step to me, I'm walking in my destiny. Every breath a miracle, this is spiritual weaponry. You can't stop the legacy, created still blessing me. You see we know better, got these eagle feathers protecting me. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, come on. Welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. I snatch mics like a bear trap. Wear slacks, letting suckers know I'm up and crow. Now where's that? I tear tracks, the roughest flow, the rare raps. Untouchable, right in the buffalo bareback. I scare cats. They say he beat Poe when he's spitting. This is for the one with a TP Poe in their kitchen. And I can't forget my greasy face cousins and all the girls who used to have an easy bake oven. I see these fakes coming, so I'm dropping bombs when I rock a song coming through 80 like the Octomom. I step to my enemies, repping the remedy. Told a man with amnesia not to forget to remember me. I spray balls and tell rap nerds they flow is all the same like Ray's car spelled backwards. You rap whack, you get slap wearing the backpack, playing blackjack with Jack Black, and that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Where we at on the internet? Superman with the intellect. Yeah, everybody put your hands up. Come on. Yeah. Hey, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Round of applause, man. Yeah. Look at your neighbor sitting next to you and say, he's alright. He's alright. My cousin could rap better than him. There you go. Good stuff right there.
All right, everyone. We ready? Here we go.
Oh, Mariah's frozen.
Oh, that's so cute, Amanda.
Why is mine backwards? I just realized. Hold on.
Cheese. Yay. Okay, I'm just taking lots. Okay, do y'all want to like say thank you on like 3? Okay.
Wait,
One.
is it okay that mine's is backwards?
Say thank you on 3. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And wait.
I was muted.
How many scholars does it take to